The all-new iPhone 14 is coming really soon, along with brand new AirPods, Apple Watches, Macs, iPads, and the headset. Maybe. WWDC might be over, but Apple is just getting started with their product releases for 2022. In fact, Tim may actually take the virtual stage a few more times to show off these brand new Apple products that might be really worth the upgrade. Seriously, these new products are looking amazing. So as we always do here on the Apple Circle, let's break down the latest Apple leaks, news, and rumors that you need to know about, including the 8 new Apple products launching before the end of 2022 that are coming soon to totally change your life. Seriously, lots of cool tech coming from Apple, and there's a little something here for everybody to get excited about. And a big thanks to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Now, Apple typically releases a few products in the fall before the massive holiday shopping season begins. We get new iPhones, some Apple Watches, and maybe a pair of AirPods if we're lucky. But this year is looking to be just jam-packed with new Macs, iPads, Apple Watches, and of course iPhones launching all before the end of 2022. I'm not exactly sure how Apple is going to do this because they have so much to release in so little time. So let's start first with one of the biggest upgrades coming to you very soon, and that is the iPhone 14. The first thing you need to know is that there will be no major redesign to the iPhone 14 models this year. We're not going to get sort of the iPhone 4 sort of retro throwback to that sort of boxy glass design. That is not coming this year. Instead, it's going to look pretty similar to the iPhone 12 and iPhone 13, the models that came before, obviously this year with the 14. The second thing you need to know is that there is an all-new model for the iPhone 14 lineup. There will not be an iPhone 14 mini, but instead Apple is going to introduce this, the all-new iPhone 14 Max. This is going to give you a massive, beautiful 6.7-inch OLED display, but it's not going to give you the Pro features that you'd find on the Pro Max. It also has that same size display. So no Pro Motion, no triple camera setup, no ProRes video. All that stuff is reserved just for the pros, while this is going to give you a nice large screen iPhone at a more affordable price, at least less than the Pro Max, minus the Pro features, which I think for most people is a trade-off really worthwhile. Number 3 here is the new double hole punch system coming to the iPhone 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max. Yes, Apple is finally taking a step to remove the notch on their Pro iPhones this year, basically replacing that rectangular slab with 2 hole punches that give you the sort of the same Face ID system and same sort of selfie camera functionality with a little more screen real estate to work with. And speaking of the selfie camera, let's talk about camera upgrades here for number 4. The main camera upgrade here on the Pros is getting quite a significant upgrade this year, going from a 12 megapixel sensor all the way up to a 48 megapixel main sensor, which is going to be really great and give you better photos and videos on your more expensive higher end flagship iPhones. Now, all iPhone models will also be getting an upgrade with the selfie camera that'll allow you to take more light into that sensor and also give you better autofocusing capabilities. Unclear how significant that change is going to be, if it's really at all noticeable, but all phones should be getting some minor upgrades to the camera, hopefully on the front and the back, with the big ones, of course, reserved just for the pros with that all new upgraded main camera. And of course, rounding out the list with number 5 is all the other stuff. We should be getting hopefully some RAM upgrades, storage upgrades, new colors coming to all iPhone 14 models, maybe the rumored satellite connectivity features coming, and also for the pros, it looks more and more likely that the Pro-end iPhones this year will get an always-on display that's going to look very similar to the DNA of both the Apple Watch and this new lock screen in iOS 16. Moving on from iPhone 14, there's another Apple product that's supposed to get some major love this fall and some big upgrades and new features, and that is AirPods Pro. Now, we already have AirPods 3, and we do have AirPods Max, and AirPods Max might get a slight color tweak, but probably nothing big there. Really, Apple's main attention, their focus, is on AirPods Pro 2, which is packing 4 major upgrades that, of course, we've got to talk about. Upgrade number 1 is an all-new design that could be coming or could not be coming. As always, there are some conflicting rumors on this, and some sites say that yes, there will be sort of this stemless, sort of more bud-like design on the AirPods Pro 2 that sort of ditches the stem altogether, sort of like Beats Fit Pro, while other rumors suggest that Apple is going to keep AirPods Pro 2 basically untouched in terms of design for these newer models, basically looking exactly the same as the original AirPod Pros with some new tech inside. And speaking of that new tech, one of the rumors is that Apple is going to take a very focused approach with health and fitness with AirPods Pro 2, building in some sensors into AirPods Pro themselves to better track your workouts. And of course, the big question here is, what are those sensors? How are they going to work? And is this going to be a replacement to the Apple Watch on your wrist? or does it work in conjunction with the Apple Watch you're already wearing? For example, we saw that Apple is sort of opening up their fitness tracking capabilities to everyone with iOS 16. Maybe as long as you wear AirPods Pro 2 in your ears while you're doing your workout, you're still gonna track the same metrics and have the same access to data that you would with wearing an Apple Watch on your wrist. Now, before we continue, let's take a quick break because I wanna show off one of my favorite services of all time. One that has really empowered me to learn more, to get more creative, to really master my craft and have a lot of fun doing it. And that, of course, is this video's sponsor, Skillshare. Now, chances are you've probably heard of Skillshare before, and that is for very good reason. But if you haven't, let me be the first to introduce you to an amazing online learning community that is packed with thousands of really informative, in-depth, really creative classes that allow you to really learn the ins and outs of an app, or pick up a hobby, or learn more about a skill. And Skillshare has some amazing classes on just about everything. They've got a wide variety of topics you can take classes on, like animation, marketing, cooking, photography, plus so much more. But being the video nerd that I am and sort of doing this YouTube stuff for a living, I always want to get better on lighting and shooting and editing, and Skillshare has got a wide variety of some amazing online YouTube classes where you can learn from the very best, including my favorite here, this amazing class taught by the man himself, Mr. MKBHD, Marques Brownlee. And simply put, this class is just incredible and packed with so much super valuable information. Marques walks you through the entire process from scripting and research to editing, post-production stuff, tips on growing your YouTube channel, and I cannot recommend it highly enough. And the first 1,000 of my viewers who sign up through the link in the description below will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, so you can start exploring your creativity today. I'm a huge fan of Skillshare. I love the service. I know you guys will love it as well. So if you want to learn more and check it out for yourself today and start learning more today, like right now, hit the link right down below and check it out for yourself today. The other big rumored upgrade to come to AirPods Pro 2 is lossless audio streaming. Yes, you could have high-res lossless audio streaming from Apple Music, for example, to your AirPods Pro 2 completely wirelessly, something that currently no AirPods support as of right now, and one feature that many would love, especially many music lovers would love, that would only be possible if you buy AirPods Pro 2. And the final upgrade here, one that I am very excited to talk about, is this all-new case that is going to accompany AirPods Pro 2. And according to these alleged leaked photos of the case, it looks really similar with two big upgrades. One is that this adds sort of a keyring attachment, so you could sort of clip this onto a bag or backpack or keys or wherever you are storing your AirPods Pro 2, and also a built-in speaker, so you can finally actually get an audible chime when you lose your AirPods Pro. Next up, let's talk about all new M2 products, because this is where things get very interesting. Now, yes, the M2 is official. We have two official M2 Macs, the new MacBook Air, which looks great, and the new M2 13-inch MacBook Pro, which, what do I say about this? Do not buy this. There's really no reason to buy this. The MacBook Air is a better computer in almost every way. Just gonna end it there. This computer makes absolutely no sense. But anyways, we have two M2 Macs, which sort of begs the question, what other M2 Macs and other M2 products will we see launch before the end of 2022? Well, 5 new products look very likely, starting of course first with the all-new redesigned Mac Mini. This Mac Mini definitely is in need of a redesign. Of course, the MacBook Air got its redesign, so now it's the time for the Mac Mini to shine. And according to renders and rumors, it should be looking more refined, more industrial on the outside, with a great mix of ports on the back for all your I/O needs. There were rumors that the Mac Mini could get a colorful treatment like the iPad Air and the iMac, but seeing as the MacBook Air didn't get the colors it was rumored to get, I'm skeptical if the Mac Mini is gonna get a color upgrade or not. So probably just a new housing, the M2 inside. Number 2, of course, is the all-new iPad Pro, which should be launching sometime soon, hopefully before the end of the year, with a little bit of a twist. So what we know right now is that 2 models are for sure coming, an 11-inch model and a 12.9-inch model, which sort of are going to give us maybe a major redesign, maybe a glass back and wireless charging support, or no big changes at all. We had heard that maybe there's gonna be a major redesign of the iPad, and then those rumors sort of fell to the wayside, so maybe some minor changes are coming to the iPad with, of course, the M2 powering all these new models. Now, if you're holding out hope for the 11-inch model to get the mini LED treatment, that might not be happening this year, according to display analyst Ross Young. He says that that's not in the cards for this year, which is sort of a bummer. But some good news, also coming from Ross Young, is that Apple is developing an even larger iPad, a 14-inch iPad model that might be coming this year or next year that'll satisfy your needs for a really large iPad OS display with this new model. And there's a lot more I have to say about this, which I'll get into in another video. But if you want a iPad XL version, a really big iPad, that might be coming sooner than later. So be on the lookout for that, of course, with the M2 inside. I'd also expect the iMac to at some point get the M2 refresh inside. No change on the outside since it just got a major redesign, but of course, there should be a swap from the M1 over to the M2 inside of the iMac, and the Apple Silicon Mac Pro, which we know very little about. There was not a teaser WWDC. We don't know what the redesign is gonna look like. We're assuming it's gonna be an M2 Extreme inside, but no word yet on when it's going to launch. Maybe we see an announcement or at least a teaser before the end of the year, or Apple might push this into 2023. And rounding out near the end of the list here is the Apple Watch Series 8. Very excited for this. And there are 3 big things you need to know about this new watch coming to your wrist, hopefully very soon. First thing is that we might be getting a new model of the Apple Watch. This new rugged edition, sport edition, may just sort of get tossed and tumbled around and be a little bit more durable, and maybe an all new design. Now, rumors are conflicting on this. We don't know what this is going to be, a redesign for all Apple Watch models, or if this is a new boxy sort of a flat edge design just for the rugged edition. We should of course expect to see all the under the hood improvements to come this year, so better battery life, processor upgrades, maybe a little bit of a brighter screen, maybe some health tracking and more fitness capabilities built in. I'm not sure what that's gonna be, but that should be with the Series 8. And also number 3 here is an all new Apple Watch SE 2 should be launching this fall to replace the original, very popular Apple Watch SE. And of course, last but not least, what Apple rumor video would this be? What host would I be if I didn't talk about the headset? And a lot of people think that I'm giving my own timetable and I'm saying things that I believe, and I'm just reporting what we hear. I am just delivering the news as it comes out. So this is not my timetable, just don't take my word for any of this being official. But from what we're hearing right now, according to analysts and those in the know, the headset obviously didn't come at WWDC, and it might be delayed until sometime next year, not even early next year, maybe Q2, maybe the first half sometime of 2023. So it might be another year until we finally see this headset. That's not to say that Apple couldn't reference it or tease it before then, but the headset just seems to be getting kicked down the road more and more. It's funny because we started 2022 as this being the year of the headset when we were finally going to see it, but due to one reason or another or multiple reasons, keeps getting delayed. So don't expect the headset anytime soon. Probably not a launch or even an announcement until sometime in the first half of next year. All right, and that is it. That is everything we are expecting to see from Apple in the next 6-ish months or so. I'm sure I missed some little things along the way, but that's all the major stuff: new AirPods, new iPads, Macs, iPhones, Apple Watches, some really exciting stuff coming very, very soon. And as always, what are your thoughts? What are you most excited to see? Are you gonna be upgrading the iPhone 14? Are you all about an Apple Watch Series 8? Are you gonna get a new Mac? Or is all this stuff just unimpressive to you and you are going to stick with what you've got right now because this stuff isn't really worth the upgrade? Let me know your thoughts about all this stuff down below. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, thank you. Yes, you watching. Appreciate it, thank you very much. I'm Robert Rosenfeld from the Apple Circle, and I will see you all in the next one.